Okay, I think I need a drink after that. That was kind of stressful. I decided to just go for it and step the mast by myself here. Just impatient, I guess. And once I started, it was a little too late to back out, so I just went for it. And the mast is up. A couple issues I noticed right off the bat is that I think I made my shrouds just slightly too long, because I lengthened the mast maybe about a foot and a half. So I think I factored in, like I added another 6 inches to my shrouds, was just a guesstimate. But in hindsight, I probably should have just left them at the length that was called for. But no big deal. I had shown before I was gonna have these. So if I still do that, I'm going to need to shorten these shrouds quite a bit, maybe like a foot or so. Because I also didn't pre-stretch this Dyneema either. I know after you do splicing, it'll kind of stretch out a little bit. So no big deal though. I'll when I take the mast down, I will do some measurements here and shorten these up. So I have a little bit more room to work with to tighten those down. But they're pretty tight here. I just can't get them much tighter if when I need to. So there's that. The forestay, I believe, is looking about the right length, and I've got plenty of room here if I need to tighten that as well. And it's looking pretty straight. I might have to, so I don't have much wiggle room on the shrouds to straighten the mast. I gotta get that sorted out sooner than later. But I'm actually really happy that I just went for it, because I'm gonna have to rig this thing by myself probably most of the time. So that was good experience to have. And another little thing, I was kind of trying to see if I could get the winch here on this trailer to be a guide or a kind of a crank to hoist the mast. And I think if I build like a little gin pull or something that gets the center of gravity up a little higher, I can actually hoist the mast with the winch on here, which would be pretty awesome, because then I wouldn't have to muscle it around as much. But check that out. I mean, that's almost a sailboat. And you can see the foot is sitting on there flush at the right rake. And that's looking pretty good. I've got this tied around the cleat here when I hoisted it to just keep this from popping off of there. And that worked out pretty well. So I think I'm going to take a break, and then I will lower the mast as well for that experience, and so I can work on those shrouds. I also haven't shown you guys the gaff yet. That was finished before, and normally I think these get routed up through this slot here. Got like a soft shackle thing loop here, so it's easy to attach, and then the peak gets attached here, and then there's like an outhaul kind of thing on the sail that tightens that down. And there's that. I've got my clutch system here. It seems to be working pretty good. We'll see how that runs. And then not gonna raise the sails just yet today. I think I want to get those shrouds sorted out before I do that. fun little side project I've been meaning to do. And sorry again that I didn't start rolling the camera sooner on this. I'm just showing you the aftermath. I mixed up some poly surfboard resin that I had with some tint. I was making surfboards for a long time. I haven't made one in a while, but got tons of supplies still. That's just poly laminating resin with some added some wax so it doesn't dry sticky, and that's still curing. And then I just took a little syringe and kind of filled in these letters here on my teak name placards, and I think they look pretty awesome. I didn't fill them all the way, so they still kind of have a nice depth to them, but you'll be able to see them really nicely now on the boat. And then it ties in the orange color of the beams, and I think I got the color pretty spot on with the orange that I had, the orange tint. And I did get a couple comments about painting these letters in, and that this has always kind of been the plan all along with these signs. So okay, I spent the better part of the last hour finishing trimming off the excess threads on these support lights here. The other hull is done, got that one done. A few more here to go, and then trim these off. I wanted to show you these hatches real quick. I hadn't planned on installing these originally, but after seeing Brad of Beto having some similar ones, I decided to do that, and I'm really glad that I did, because like sitting in here on a sunny day, it just gets so much nice cross ventilation through here, and it's like really comfortable in here. Like I could totally just take a nap in here right now. So really glad I did that. And these are cool. You can open and close them from inside or outside, and they're kind of like real low profile ones, so they don't look too obtrusive, and they're like a frameless style. So really happy with those. So I've been spending a little time crawling around inside the holes here with the shop vac, just dusting and cleaning up all the little shavings from those window bolts, and there's just tons of dust in here from that I'd never cleaned out before, and little debris and stuff down in the lockers and stuff. Just remembering all the little details while climbing around in here of when I built it, just like jogging my memory, like, oh yeah, I remember when I did that, and just how much work it was. It's a small boat, but I had to do this twice, and it's a lot of work, but it's really paid off, and it's really satisfying. And I commend people that are building much bigger boats than this. Maybe one day I'll build a Tiki 30 or something like that, but maybe I'll just try to find a used one, because this was quite the test. But I'm very happy with my build here, so it's gonna be fun. Okay, so I've got the mast back up. Went a little smoother the second time, and I successfully shortened these shrouds. I ended up taking off about 14 inches, just so I'd have some nice room here to cinch these down. And once these kind of stretch some more, I'll have some more room to work with here. But these are looking nice. I got my little loops here. I think that's going to be good. And then this will actually, if I'm ever on the boat and need to tension the rigging, I think this will be a little easier than trying to reach down over. So there's that. And then I could also potentially use this ring as like a turning, like a fair lead or something for something, I don't know, maybe spinnaker or whatever. Modified the little rod that the wind indicator goes on so it's not going to spin at all. And thank you for leaving me that comment. I didn't understand what you were saying at first, but then I got it. And it was in there solid, but I decided to do that. I kind of bent the end into an L and put it back through one of those brackets so the whole thing can't spin in there. So it seems to be working pretty good, and it's pretty visible from down here. And I installed the name placards that are freshly colored in. And they've got 2 screws kind of going into like, there's some epoxy like wales in there that I tapped kind of, but the screws aren't, I don't know if I trust them that much. And the whole thing's not super flat. So I used some VHB tape to help adhere these. And then I might come back and like caulk some of this in, maybe this seam, just so it doesn't get any water behind there. But I think those look pretty bitchin'. So I ended up caulking these signs in with some brown. And so those are all sealed on there and nice and tidy. So this week I had quite a few major accomplishments. Namely stepping the mast, and now I've done it a couple times by myself, and it's not too bad now that I know how to handle it. I think I'm still gonna try to figure out how to raise it using the winch on the trailer, and I think I know a pretty easy way to do that, so I'm gonna give that a shot. And then a lot of stuff I've been working on is just a little nitpicky stuff that's not too critical. Some cosmetic stuff here and there. And then I didn't get a chance to raise the sails yet this week. I've got the mast up, but it's been super windy, and the way the boat's set up now is downwind. So I don't want to set the sails up when it's windy like this, flopping all around and stuff. So I'm trying to wait for a nice calm day to do that and dial in the sails, make sure all the halyards are working correctly, and set all that up and make sure that's all good. And then also I think sometime this week I'm going to stop by the DMV and hopefully try to register these things and get that out of the way. So once I'm done, I can put her in the water. Yeah, not too many other projects that I did this week, but the list is definitely getting shorter and shorter, and it's very close. So appreciate you guys following along. And hopefully here, maybe in a few weeks or so, we'll do a launch video. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. And make sure you hit like and subscribe and leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And I'll try to keep pumping out some videos even after the build's done.